Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and finally I have the Nexus 5X by Google. This phone was released just a few days ago and finally I've been able to get hold of one. So guys, this is the phone which you voted for on Google Plus. So you got a phone of your choice, and you also have the color of your choice. You voted heavily for the black Nexus, and that's exactly what I've got here for you guys on my channel. So guys, without wasting any more time, let's quickly look inside the box and let's find out and see what do we have inside and what the phone is all about. So let's unwrap the thing. I am probably as excited as you guys are. I cannot wait to see what's inside the box and what the phone is all about. So let's quickly open this box up if we can. Okay, let's lift the lid up. There we go. Obviously a bit of tension in my hands for a new phone, even though I've done many unboxings, but still every time I do an unboxing the feeling is as if I'm doing it for the first time, and that's all the excitement that kicks in. So let's open this up then. This is the new Nexus logo, so let's lift the lid up and see what do we have here. So at the back, as you can see, you got a set of instructions of which port and which part of the phone is actually on the phone, and you can see it all in the diagram. If you want to look at it in detail guys, you can pause my video and you can always have a look at it. So let's put this aside and let's have a look and see what else do we have here then. So we have the phone, the charging cable and the adapter. So first of all, let's start off things with the adapter. Now this is the type C adapter, which is slightly different from the ones which you normally get shipped in your regular standard smartphones. So this is the type C adapter. Normally the charging port is somewhere here at the bottom and not on the side. I think on the Nexus 6P unboxing that I've seen, they have put it here, but for some reason LG decided to put it on the left hand side, and I'm still wondering why. But anyways, so let's have a look at the output rating. As you know guys, on my unboxings I always show you guys the output rating on the adapter, which is very important because that determines how fast the charger will charge your phone. So as you can see on the here, output is 5 volt. This there, as you can see, 3 amp. Now 3 amp is a lot of current, and this definitely is a fast charger. And like Google said during their presentation and also on their website, the phone definitely has fast charging and it can charge really quick. So you have 5 volt and 3 amp of output. So this is obviously 3-pin UK adapter. Now I want to quickly show you also the difference between this adapter and the regular adapter. When I see type C, this is the smaller one, type C. Now this is a Motorola turbocharger and this is the normal regular USB port that you have. So you will not be able to fit the type C cable in a regular type normal USB charging port. So whilst we're doing this, let's also quickly get the cable out. So this is the type C cable, and the thing with this cable is that it's actually a type C from both sides, and I want to quickly show you this. Let me just get this out. So as you can see here guys, this is the type C USB cable, and it's reversible from both sides. So it's got both sides on type C. If I wanted to plug this in to a normal Motorola charger, I would not be able to do so. So what that means is that you will not be able to use this cable with this adapter. So you will have to probably buy a normal other cable from a type C to a type A type of cable, so yeah, you can use this adapter to charge your phone. I also have a 1+2 cable on me, which I can show you just very quickly. Okay, there we go guys. This is the 1+2 cable. Now as you can see, this is the normal regular adapter side. So this charging port can actually get into the adapter very easily, and the other cable end is actually the type C. So you can charge your Nexus 5X if you have a cable like this, where you have a normal regular end on one side and you have the type C on the other side. So because I have the 1+2 on me already, that's why I have the luxury of this cable, so I won't have to buy a cable. I can carry this cable with me and I can charge both my 1+2 and also my Nexus 5X. But if you haven't got a cable like that, you can buy a cable like that from OnePlus's website or any normal cable to help the cause. But this obviously is going to be potentially a problem for a lot of people. If you have older adapters, you will have to buy a cable like that, the one I just showed you. Otherwise, in order to carry on, you will have to carry to charge Nexus 5X with the standard adapter, you'll have to have this adapter and this cable. You'll have to carry it for this phone, and if you got another phone, you'll have to carry obviously another set of cable and another adapter. So the easiest solution would be just to carry a different cable, that's type C to type A cable. Anyways, so this is the cable, this is the adapter. Let's put them back in and let's have a look and see on the phone. So let's take this baby out of this very nicely. As you guys know, I love doing this, and I want to make sure that I do it very neatly and tightly, and I don't want to unwrap it in a very in a stupid manner where you disrespect the phone. Okay, so there we go. This is the brand new Nexus 5X, guys. As you can see, this is the black color. The black color looks really nice. Let me remove this info. Don't need this anymore for now. Okay, so first impressions, the handset is very light as compared to the other normal handsets that I've been using. Not too bad. Fingerprint sensor, camera, and everything else. So let's put the phone aside for just a moment, and let's have a look and see what else do you have in the box. We have seen the adapter already, so you also get this Google Play Music for 90 days for free. This is an offer on every Nexus phone these days. And also you have I think the normal regulatory safety information, and you also have this SIM ejector tool. As you can see, the phone's SIM tray is on the left hand side just there, so you can use the SIM adapter tool to actually put the SIM in, and all of the regular normal stuff which I'm sure most of you would not be interested in. So let's put everything away and let's simply have a look at the phone alone. I'm sure you guys can't wait. So guys, this is the brand new Nexus 5X, black in color. That's the phone you guys voted for, and I tell you what, I think I will have to agree with you. The black color looks really nice, because the frame, the surrounding frame, the back and the front, it's all black. It's looking very nice and very graceful. Black color has its own beauty, I have to admit. It's been a while since I had a proper full black phone like this, so I'm really enjoying it actually. Not too bad. So let's have a quick look around the phone. At the bottom, as you guys can see here, at the bottom you have this the Type-C USB port, and also you have the 3.5mm jack along with the mic there just at the bottom. And also let's have a quick look at the back of the phone now. As you guys can see, you have this nice fingerprint sensor, the round fingerprint sensor just at the back, just right there guys. And this is you have a 12 megapixel camera at the back, and it apparently has 1.5 micron pixels, which are supposed to bring more light. And apparently what I've read so far, the camera has some very good quality photos. Also you have the dual tone LED flash, and for the first time in the Nexus phone you have the laser autofocus at the back as well. This is the same implementation which the LG G3 and the LG G4 has on them as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the top. At the top you have this nice another mic. It's probably a noise cancellation mic, and on the right hand side you have the power button guys, as you can see, along with the volume rocker, and the feeling to the rocker and the power brake and the power switch is okay. It's not too bad. It's not the most elegant, but there's enough tactile feedback for you to feel the difference. Okay, let's whilst we talk about the phone, I'll just turn the phone on, power it on, and let's have a look around. So at the front also we have two speakers, even though only one of the speaker works. The top speaker is for making phone call, it's a speakerphone, and the bottom speaker is where you're gonna be hearing your sound from your videos and your audio. Okay, on the left hand side you have the SIM tray. This is where you can use the SIM ejector tool to take out, and you can put a SIM inside the phone. Apart from that guys, nothing special. At the front you also have a camera. I think this, if I remember correctly, is probably a 5 megapixel or an 8 megapixel. I can't remember. I think it's a 5 megapixel camera. I can't remember it, what the exact megapixel rate on the camera is, but it should be a decent camera anyway. As you can see guys, it's booting up now, and this is the brand new Marshmallow boot logo, which I'm obviously looking at for the very first time myself as well. I haven't played with Marshmallow just as yet, and this is my very first Marshmallow device. As you guys know, none of the devices have got Marshmallow apart from Nexus devices on at the moment. Let's quickly run down to the specs of the phone guys. The phone has a Snapdragon 808. That's the same chipset, hexa-core 64-bit chipset, which comes on the LG G4, and also the phone has 2 gigs of RAM. Now lots of people out there I know been thinking, and they're saying that 2 gigs of RAM might not be enough. That's exactly what I got the phone for. I want to really test this out, and I want to see how the phone behaves with just 2 gigs of RAM, because it's vanilla Android, stock Android, so I'm expecting a good decent performance. So for now we're gonna skip all this and skip anyway, and we want to get straight to the home screen to find out and see what the UI is like. There you go, guys. So we are onto the home screen straight away without wasting any time. Let's see if we can populate a few more home screens so that we can see how the phone moves across to different home screens. Okay, Gmail. Let's add another one. There we go. So now we have 3 screens. So guys, there we go. Let's have a look and see. The very first thing I want to see it, what version of Android is running. As we know, it's running Marshmallow already, but I just want to make sure. So let's get into settings, let's get into about phone, and right at the end, as you can see, it says Android version 6 Marshmallow. So this is what we have, the latest iteration from Android, and the nice animation that you always get from Google. Oops. And I'm really bad at this game. Most people fail on this game anyway because it's quite difficult, but it looks alright to me. Okay, so we have Android Marshmallow, and also another important thing I want to check is, because this is the 16 gig version, not the 32 gig version, I would recommend getting the 32 gig version. The reason I didn't get the 32 gig version is because I normally back up my stuff on Google Drive or on different cloud services, so I can live. If you're going to be recording lots of videos, taking hundreds of pictures every day, then I would suggest going for the 32 gig version. But because I'm not that much of a photographer and I don't shoot many videos anyway, I only have about 60-70 apps that I normally use. So to me, storage is not that big of an issue, and I can live with a 16 gig just about. So let's go into storage, guys, and let's have a look and see how much do we get out of the box. So out of the box, guys, as you can see here, it says used off 10.67. So you have 10.67 gig out of the 16 gig and total available in the phone. That's what you're going to get once you get your 16 gig version out. You can do the math with the 32 gig version as well. So if you go with the 32 gig version, you can subtract 6 gigs out of, or maybe 7 gigs out of it, and you will probably get around 26 gig or 25 gigs and something like that. So yeah, the space is obviously limited, and like I said, if you're into photos and stuff and videos, lots of videos, then you probably would need the higher spec Nexus 5X. So far it looks very smooth. You do expect Nexus to obviously go smooth anyway, and that's why most people who are benchmark fanatics and people who want performance from their phones, for them Nexus is the best way to go ahead. And also I would like to see how the screen quality of the phone is. Let's increase the brightness to max and see how the screen comes out. I just want to make sure first of all that it is not on auto brightness, adaptive brightness it is. So let's close adaptive brightness and let's go into max now. So the screen gets pretty bright. It's not too bad, decent screen. Obviously it cannot match Quad HD screen, but it's a decent screen. So the screen is basically a 5.2 inch. It's a full HD 1080p panel, and like I said, guys, it's got a Snapdragon 828 along with 2 gigs of RAM. Now guys, whilst I have the phone on me, I want to also quickly compare this phone with the other phones that I have on me. So first of all, let's bring the LG G4 if we can, and just compare this with the Nexus 5X. As you guys know, LG G4 is a 5.5 inch screen phone, and it has let me just compare this from the back first. So there we go, guys. So Nexus 5X is a 5.2 inch screen, whereas the LG G4 is a 5.5 inch screen phone. As you can see, the Nexus 5X is almost the same size as the LG G4, and this is where LG wins. LG's screen to body ratio is simply awesome and excellent, and not many manufacturers can actually compete with the screen to body ratio of LG. So you have a 5.5 inch screen phone and you have a 5.2 inch screen phone, and they have both the same size. This is where LG G4 wins almost every time a new big phone is released, because they have this excellent screen to body ratio, and it has to be commended. So as you guys can see, 5.2 inch versus the 5.5 inch, and they're almost the same size. So if you have an LG G4, you're going for a Nexus 5X, be rest assured that it's almost the same size. But the one thing I can feel straight away is that the LG G4 is a bit more wider. So let's have a quick look and see. As you can see in the camera here, guys, the LG G4 is slightly more in width, and I felt it straight away, because as soon as you hold the Nexus 5X in your hands, you can see straight away that it's more lighter and it's more comfortable to hold, whereas the LG G4 at times puts a bit of pressure on your palm, so at times can be a bit difficult to hold. So this is where the Nexus 5X's, I think, form factor wins. It's easier to hold in hands, lighter and less in width as well. I also got a few other phones as well, guys. I also have the OnePlus 2 with me, which is also a 5.5 inch screen phone, and this phone is bigger in size as compared to the Nexus 5X, which is a 5.2 inch screen phone. As you can see, guys, the OnePlus 2 is a big, massive phone, huge phone. It's even bigger than the LG G4 and bigger than most 5.5 inch screen phones, and is a lot heavier than the Nexus as well. And at times I find it hard to use one hand with OnePlus 2. You'll have to use two hands with this phone in most cases, unless you have big hands. Let's also have a look at the width. And the width is, as you can see, guys, the OnePlus 2 is slightly more wider than the Nexus 5X, and this is again where the Nexus 5X will probably win, especially when it comes to one-hand use. You will enjoy this handset more as compared to the OnePlus 2 when it comes to in-hand feel. Also, I have here with me the Oppo R7. Now, this is a 5-inch screen phone. And this is obviously slightly smaller in length as compared to the Nexus 5X. I love the Oppo R7 as well because it's got this nice form factor, and it's much easier in the hand as well. And one of the phones which I love using with one hand. It's easy to move your thumb across, same as the Nexus 5X. The difference is not much, just probably a few millimeters. But then again, both these phones are much easier to handle with one hand. So just to give you guys an idea how it holds against the Oppo R7, almost the same size, just slightly bigger, not by much, but both these phones are easy to hold in hands. I also have the Honor 6 Plus, which is also a 5.5 inch screen phone, and this is the phone I got last year, and it's a very good phone indeed. As you can see, it's also slightly more taller than the Nexus 5X, so definitely bigger in size as compared to the Nexus 5X. As you guys can see in the video very clearly, it's a bit heavier as well. In fact, it's one of the heaviest phones I've had so far in the last 6 months or so. So the Nexus 5X again is smaller, but because obviously Honor 6 Plus is a bigger phone anyway. I also have with me the Moto G from last year, the dual SIM version, 2014 model, 2nd generation, and this phone is 5 inches in size. As you can see straight away, guys, the Moto G is smaller in size as compared to the Nexus 5X. And also when it comes to width, it's also less wider than the Nexus 5X as well, as you guys can see in the video very clearly. So it's a bit more wider than Nexus 5X as compared to the Moto G, but sets like Moto G, Oppo R7, 5, Nexus 5X, all these handsets are very easily manageable, and you can use them with one hand, and I'm sure you will enjoy. But the one thing in this handset I've seen is it's lighter, and it's definitely easier to use in one hand, and it's a pure joy to use. So far, the first impressions is nice. I can easily reach with my thumb. I can pull the notification menu down as well without any issues whatsoever, guys. So far so good. Marshmallow is too new, guys. I haven't played with it much so far, and be rest assured I'll be testing this phone a lot in the next few weeks to come. There'll be plenty of videos. I'll be doing battery test, dedicated battery test videos. I'll be also doing gaming performance videos. I'll also be testing the fingerprint sensor, which is obviously one thing which Google has been making a lot of noise about. So apparently this is one of the fastest ever on any phone, and it even beats the iPhone 6 and 6s as well. So I will probably do a dedicated video on the fingerprint scanner and show you guys. I'll also be uploading some 1080p videos and also 4K videos shot from the Nexus 5X, and I will also be comparing the speaker along with other phones, and there'll be a lot more to come in the next few days and weeks to come, guys. So guys, like always, if you got any suggestions, if you want me to do any videos on the Nexus 5X, please leave your suggestions in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions, and also do any videos of your liking, or any videos that you want me to do. Please do let me know. And guys, please give it a thumbs up if you like my video, and like always, please subscribe, guys, as it helps, and I will see you in the next video.